What's happening? There he goes. Hey, y'all.
Hey, everyone. Hopefully it loads and does well.
I think so. We've had good success since we've got good internet, really.
Hey, Jesse. Hey, Susan. Hey, Sharon. Hope everyone's doing well today. It does not feel like Monday, but it is.
It doesn't.
It's crazy that it's already Monday. Hey, just Deborah.
Oh.
We've had a good day, though.
We have had an awesome day. Good day at work.
Hey,
good chill day, but a lot of progress.
Yes, a lot of progress happening. What is that going down? A lot of projects in motion. Thank you,
Tammy. Hey, y'all come. There they come rolling.
It was a great birthday. My birthday was actually Saturday, and we've had a really good weekend from it. It's been a really good time. And it's really weird when you get older how your birthday doesn't feel like it's your birthday, but it is.
Right.
Hey, the Max. Hey, Three Musketeers. Hey, Southern Blessed.
It's like it's halfway just a day.
Andrea said, "Are you participating in No Shave November?"
Yes,
unfortunately, yes.
It's Jen's favorite month.
Nope.
I love it.
I don't mind anything except the mustache. I hate the mustache.
I can grow one heck of a police mustache, but I can't really grow anything else. For some reason, this part of my face just like goes, but everything else is slow to catch up.
And how it falls on my birthday month, I have no
idea. just like hunting, opening weekend falls on your birthday.
Every time.
I don't know how y'all do this. The homesteaders with beards.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
It's itchy. It like drives me out. I can't stand it.
He's constantly putting chapstick emotion on.
Chapstick emotion.
You could just shave it.
Nope. So if you're wondering, if you're not familiar with No Shave November, it's to promote gentlemen getting their prostate.
It is, and it's for a very good cause, but I hate
it. For some reason, October's for the tatas in pink. That's easy for everyone to wear. And
is October? I thought it was like February.
No, it's October. And November is, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fairly positive. You got me questioning myself. But then, November is to raise prostate cancer awareness.
Yeah, very cool. It is. We got the fire on the TV.
Yeah, because y'all can't see the fireplace. So we'll just throw it on TV. Which we don't have one going right now. This house, it's going to have to be 0 degrees for us to start a fire. We started one, about suffocated us out.
Yeah, it was hot. Yes, Sharon, I do. Hey, Grammy Karen.
When you're used to off-gridding, keeping things as hot as possible, because as soon as you lose the heat, you're going to be cold. Yeah. It's hard for me to just do a pre-fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Not one for just enjoyment. When he makes fires, it's to heat the entire house.
I'm trying to heat the house. It's
a week at a time.
For 5 years, it's how we did it.
Hey, Raven's Nature. How are you guys? Hey, Carol. Hey, Kathleen. We are almost at 40K. Very awesome. It's really sped up here lately. Thanks to the Go video, which is not what we wanted.
Traumatizing.
Which we talked about on a video.
Actually, I think last live.
All the ones go viral.
Yeah.
I did not want it to be that one.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of good people join the tribe because of that video. So we have grown even thicker skin from some of the comments. But so that's exciting. A lot of new people, a lot of awesome people. And I hope if you're watching today and you saw our video after that, was hey, if that was your first video.
Hey, Gris.
There's a lot of good people that came from that. A lot of great people. Beard
oil helps with the itches. There you go.
Yeah. I guess if I ever was to actually rock a beard, it would be better.
Somebody said something about, let me see if I can find it. Julie said, I'm in the roller coaster ride of buying a farm and closing dates changing weekly. Also, glad it's over for you too. Yeah, it feels like we hit it when it was starting to get really difficult, and everything was getting delayed and behind, and now it's really, really bad.
Right.
And it's so cloudy right now. All the people coming in and buying and moving, that nothing is going the 45 days like it's supposed to. Everything is dragging and dragging.
Yeah, it's I think everybody in that world gets really excited when the market starts booming.
Yeah.
And things are going good. Everybody's chill. They understand that it's taking a little bit longer because there's, backed up amount of people. Apparently the kids are on.
Hi, Wyatt and Ray. We love you.
Hello, you all. don't bombard everybody with emojis. But then it gets to a point to where it's like, we're not catching
Rebecca said 120 days for closing now.
Wow.
Oh man, that's torture. That's human torture.
That's really bad.
That's terrible.
The fencing is coming along great. So I actually show it in tomorrow's video on the progress that's made. It's almost fence stretching time. What's up, Green Dream?
You keep saying that, but I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, you actually pull the fence.
Like put it on?
Yeah. So see, all right, you got to remember how we did it is not how you do it.
Oh,
whatsoever.
With the clips, and that's not how you do it?
Yeah, you do it, but okay. So
I thought we did it right.
We didn't do a stretcher. So like what it is, they're going to roll that entire rollout the entire way across.
Right.
And then they're going to have it hooked to a board with bolts and stretch it.
Oh.
And so they're going to hook it to the wood post, and then they'll come back and just do the ties.
I thought that was only for like barbed wire.
No.
Oh, well, that'll be nice.
There's Wyatt.
So, yeah, you'll see Wyatt and Raylan in the chat probably. There they are.
Mamaw, can we calm the emojis down? Please and thank you.
And you'll hear that it is super duper quiet here.
Very quiet.
The kids are not here. They are actually with my mom. They went there yesterday.
Yes.
Yes. And they'll be home tomorrow. And gosh, I don't even remember the last time before that we haven't had the kids.
I know.
It's been really, really different, especially for like just more than 7 hours. Cause that's usually what we would get is just the night, from 5:30 to like 9 the next morning.
Right.
So it's been weird. It's been nice, but it's been really quiet, and I miss them a lot.
Yeah,
but that's just because during the week, that's my job. That's what I do. He stays on the phone working and has meetings, and so I'm with the kids, homeschooling, doing all that fun stuff. So I don't really know what to do with myself today. Laid on the couch a lot. Tried to take naps. Didn't happen because I've watched way too many scary movies lately. But it was relaxing. It was nice.
We had a really nice night.
I'm ready for him to come home.
Yeah. So Friday we went to Gatlinburg. That was a blast. We had a lot of fun. Yes. That's a couple of the stories that we're going to tell tonight is about the Gatlinburg trip because there's a couple funny ones. Wow, Kitty. And then Saturday, her mom and stepdad and aunt came down.
Yes.
We had a great night. Grammy Karen is her mom. if you're not sure. And we had an awesome time. Then they were heading back Sunday, and the kids wanted to go see Mama, so they just did the switcheroo. So then we were able to have a family night of just those four, a larger family night, and then we were able to have a date night. So I think she eclipsed everything on her birthday weekend. It was a really good time.
It was nice. It was a really good time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he worked today, and I just kind of hung out. Yeah, was probably a little bit too lazy, but that's all right. Tomorrow we'll get back at it and get productive.
Yep.
Gina, I don't know. I guess with Halloween, it didn't feel like it was Halloween, so I've still been on the scary movie train.
Even though we're completely set up for Christmas.
Yeah, well, we can't watch scary movies when the kids are here. So since they've been, I love scary movies. I love sci-fi, so that's what I've been doing.
And Wyatt and Ray, if you're watching, Mommy and Daddy did a little Christmas shopping.
We did. We went to a bigger town near us, and we spent the day there and did some shopping, which was really cool.
Big Bear said, "What is that over your left shoulder, Zach?" So the kitty.
That's the cat. The kitty. Kiki always has to be.
Yes.
In the picture.
She likes to make her appearance. We did. What day was it? Was it Friday? No, Saturday. We found a nursery, so that's super exciting. Really nice people, awesome folks. They do bulk soil and compost, so that was like music to my ears. But they're about 40-ish minutes away.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So I'm a little scared on what the price is going to be to have a delivery, because I can pick it up in the trailer, but I can only get a couple yards of soil in that, and they can haul about 10 yards. So it's much more economically to get them to bring it out here. But I'm curious on what they're going to charge to deliver.
Yeah.
I need to call them tomorrow. Don't even forget that.
At least we found someone though.
Yeah. And so we did go to Lowe's and we got some bag soil because we are itching to garden. It is killing us not to have something in the ground.
Yeah.
So we are going to be getting the green stock planted and getting it going. Hopefully, we had like crazy wind yesterday. Like it was nuts. It was yesterday. It was like blowing 10, trying to blow 10 off the barns, and all that good stuff. And we were wanting to plant it yesterday. We never got to it, so we're going to plant it this week.
Oh, Lordy day.
You're not being annoying, but we can't see everyone else's comments.
We got to be able to talk to people, y'all. Love you, Wyatt and Raylan, so much, but we got to be able to talk to everyone else. Hey, Two Family. Y'all will be home tomorrow, and we will catch up for lost time. My cow's udder was flapping in the wind. I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. Love you too. Yeah, it was crazy.
No, sorry, do you want me to block them?
No.
No, that's good. All right, but that's funny.
Jen, I hope your birthday was as wonderful as you are. Thank you, Sammy. It really, really was. It was great. Lost a shed here in the wind. Oh my goodness, Deb. So sorry.
Yeah, I hate to hear that. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. Took my cow to get them bred today. Awesome, Vinny Boo. That is awesome. What'd you figure out about the flashing light? Leslie wants to know.
Oh, yeah. So the flashing light was on your phone. You have like, let me lock it real quick. So when you open your phone, there's a little lock symbol. Oh, you see it.
Is it? Oh, it is. Look, it's doing it. Well, that's wild. See it up here. Wow.
Okay, so what that is.
So the computer has it.
Yeah. Cool. So it's trying to find my face because we have that face recognition thing now. So that way you can just swipe it without having to do anything. So as soon as your phone lights up, you don't have to have a notification. Yeah. It's searching for your face.
But like I'm looking at the phone and I don't see it.
Yeah, you don't see it from a naked eye because it's infrared. Yeah, so that's what it was doing. I wasn't like getting notifications or anything. It's like it just somehow like my phone would like light up randomly. And it was searching for my face, so it would like flash. So that explained what was happening on my side. And then the same thing was happening on her phone because it's on her side. So when you would like see it back and forth, that's what it was. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like everybody got the wind yesterday. It feels like it just went all the way up the East Coast. Veronica said she can't find your face because of the oh, Raven's Nature, I'm so sorry to hear that. They don't have a greenhouse anymore after yesterday.
Oh my goodness, sorry.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I was really worried that we was going to have some severe barn damage after yesterday. It did sling off a piece, which we had like one corner that was in fairly rough shape, and it blew that piece of wood right off. Hey, Alice.
Oh, got the wind in Southeast Texas too. Wow.
Jeez.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, it was a crazy, crazy time. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Rebecca. Bookish said, send any rain.
You know what's funny? I call this place a gray state when it hits this time because all it does is seem to rain. Since we've been here, we've only had like 2 or 3 days of rain total. The rest of the time has been sunny and beautiful. I tell y'all, we didn't move that far away from the old place, just a few hours, but it's like a whole different world. And I mean, we love it. It's awesome, but it really is like we're in a totally different state.
Feels like it.
I know it got dark. I don't know why.
Well, either.
Weird thing. Let me see. Hang on. Sometimes that lights up. Didn't work that time.
Hey, Adele. How are you doing? Let's see.
All right. So make sure to ask your questions, but we are going to go ahead and tell a couple of the stories here. And Wyatt and Reverend, if you're listening, this is about you all. That was
the other side.
The backside. Let me check.
Okay. While he's checking, I'll just answer questions if anyone has any. Thank you, Banks Homestead. I did have a wonderful birthday. Oh no, Sherry's Kitchen. Yeah, I feel like the last of the leaves are gone off of our trees. I think that was pretty much it. There might be a few left, but for the most part, they're all blew off until next spring.
Here's an animal.
What kind of animal?
Squirrel. That's one thing. A lot of people warned us about it, but those like driveway doorbells. That's what you heard. And it has different sounds for the different because we have a lot, not just at the driveway. And so, but if an animal goes by, it notifies that. And so sometimes, until you realize that, it starts freaking you out a little bit when you hear it. But you still have to check.
Was Dolly barking?
No, she's not barking. It wasn't anything. It was just a squirrel. Okay, so story. So we get to Gatlinburg. Kids love it. She had mentioned on one of her Facebook posts how much she wants them to love it like we love it. She loves it. I mean, I enjoy it, but she loves it like wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
Like it brings so much happiness into her soul, and I love seeing her light up. But anyways, we took a different path because we're in a different area. First off, that trip was beautiful and amazing. Yeah. It was a lot of places in Tennessee that we had looked at property at. I'm glad we didn't get it. Yeah. It's beautiful to drive through, but wow. Yeah. It's one of those, like, we would have got there and we're like, dang. Like, we're not just like 30 minutes from a town, we're hours from a town.
We were married there too.
Nice. But anyways, we get down there and we went to the island.
Yes.
So and we had never been there. We usually hit the strips. You know, that's our thing that we do. So the island is a cool little new, like, almost like a shopping center mixed with like a mini Dollywood. Yeah. You know, like it's both. But it's small, it's quaint, but it's really pretty. But you do feel like you're in like a totally different section of that area. Well, they had like little carnival rides, and the kids were like, we want to do some riding. Yeah. And we're like, okay, that's cool. So we get them tickets, and they're doing like the chill ones, like the ones where you spin yourself, teacups, and then like they had like frogs that went up and down. It went all the way from like very little kids can do it to a little bit more of the closer to the teenager side of things. Well, this one is one that like you sit in it, but it always reminds me of the old carnival ride where you stand up and it spins you really fast. Yes, you know what I mean?
The gravity thing.
Something like it, like where it like pulls you back against it. Well, this one you sat in and it spun you, but it also like went up and down and did all these different things. And Wyatt was like trying to talk himself up. He's like, should I do it? But like, should I do it? And we're like, if you want to do it, do it. Raylan couldn't, even if she wanted to, because she was too short. But he could. He's like, I think I'm going to do it. And we're like, okay, do it. Like, that's fine. You can do it. He's like, but am I going to die? I'm like, no, you're not going to die. It's going to be fine. Just, if you want to do it, you can do it. Like, we're not telling you have to do it. Like, it's your call. So he's like, all right, I'm going to do it. And we start walking over. No, I'm not going to do it. I can't do this. Like, come on. Who am I? Who are you for trying to get me to do this? And so we're like, okay, that's cool. Don't do it. So we started walking away, and he's like, I'm going to do it. I got this. Yep. So he goes into the line, and there's like a tad bit of a wait, and just watching him is funny. Like watching him like stressing out. Yeah. And you know, her and I were like, we're not gonna like talk him out of it. If he wants to do it, like he needs to do it.
Like, I mean, if he wants to do it, I want to have confidence.
Right. I don't want to give him out here. Like he's committed. Let's follow him to see it through. So he gets up and he's like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, I can't. Why am I doing this? He's like talking to himself. And I'm like, it's gonna be all right, dude. Everything's fine. And so the gentleman that was letting them in, first off, they were all like over the top nice, which was really nice to see. Nice. They were not sour of having to work a a carnival ride
on kind of Saturday. Thing. They were happy you were there.
Yeah. So he got like that guy like built him up a little bit. Like I think he started to feel good. Well, because of coronavirus, it was like every other one they set in. So he had the things down, what would you call that? Like the harness, I guess, on the ones you weren't allowed to set in. So watching Wyatt, and the guy said, go get in an open seat. Wyatt said, they're all open, because there's not a person in them. Right. It's just, So he's like looking around. He's like, what am I supposed to do? Where do I sit? They're all open, but this is closed, and I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm like, the ones with the thing up, like just getting one. And meanwhile, like these kids are starting to filter in. Like I know in my head for some reason, like I know the guy's not going to allow more kids in there and why it's not going to make it. Yeah. But for some reason in my head was, if he don't get a seat, he's going to miss it. Like he's going to allow more kids than allowed to be in there. And Wyatt's going to be just doing this. Like, where do I go? So I'm like, what? Get in the seat. Get in the one that's up. Oh, okay. So he finally runs over there and gets in. And he's just sitting there. He's starting to, you can tell like that pressure of I'm in the ride and this is about to go down. So he's sitting there, and then her and I look at each other. The boy can't keep shoes on his feet to save his life. He wears these boots and they fit. First off, they fit fine. He just like wiggles them and like doesn't He's just kind of. So they always come off. We're like, these things are gonna go flying.
Yeah, and then it's gonna get like stuck underneath the ride.
Right.
It's gonna dismantle this whole thing, derail it.
All irrational fears were starting to build on us too. And I'm like, why are we doing this? It's itty bitty carnival ride. It's like a step up of everything they've done. Like, we're all need to just chill out a little. So she's calmed down. Raylan's being funny. I'm just like, yo, Wyatt, got my recorder ready, and he's like over there. So the guy comes by, he pulls the things down, but he didn't put the seatbelt in. I'm like, that's weird. So I'm
freaking out. I'm like, he doesn't have
a seatbelt. I was like, well, no kid has a seatbelt on it. Surely to goodness, the guy knows that he didn't put a seatbelt on any of them. So he puts the things down, and then he comes back around and does the seatbelt. I'm like, see, babe, he's got this. So he's like, everybody ready? He hits the button. All the seats come up. Every one of them. All the harnesses just fly up. Wyatt's eyes were as big as I've ever seen. What? My thing. I was like, it's okay. It's okay. It's not going. Because we're
about to like hop the barricade.
Right. We're on the other side of the fence.
At this point, I'm like, listen, I'm done with this ride. Cross the barricade, come back.
I'm like, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. Nobody's dying today. So we get calmed down, and then they do a shift change.
Yeah. Right
as this happens.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the ride music is playing.
Yes, because it thinks it's riding.
That the ride is going.
Right.
But it's not.
So I'm like, maybe this guy knows it better. Hopefully. So he comes by and he pushes them down. And like, I've rode roller coasters. You've rode roller coasters. When they do it, they push it a little extra. Like you're like almost to where it's like uncomfortable. But they want to make sure it's tight. Mm-hmm. Well, this guy like pushes it down, and there's a gap between Wyatt and that thing that's like this far. I'm like, he's 7. He gonna slide right through that if something went crazy. So now I'm starting to get irrational fears like her. I'm like, this is going to go way too long. And now I'm starting to freak out. Like, maybe somebody is going to die today. And so he gets them all over there. Then he comes back and checks them. And this was his push.
Yeah.
To like make sure it was. I
just looked at him. I was like, really?
What? No. Okay, no, that's not. You didn't make sure it was locked. Like, that wasn't a good enough push.
Wyatt's just sitting there like,
he's like got his eye closed, like just shaking his head. And I'm just still like, you got this, buddy. But in my head, I'm like, that is not tight. So he has to wait for the machine to think the ride is finally done because it's still going, blaring music real loud. And it finally ends, and he hits the button again. We start all over again with the welcome to the blah blah blah. So it starts lifting up, and I was like fearing for my son. Like, I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna make it through this, and I feel bad that we put him in this position, but it was his choice. So you know what? Maybe he'd be mad at himself. This thing starts going, and it's real slow. It had quite the build up going. Next thing you know, it starts picking up speed on the spin. And I'm like, here goes the shoes. And it starts picking up faster and faster and faster and faster. Then it starts tilting. And it starts spinning. So like he puts him way up here and then like swings him down. And we just keep seeing his eyes. Every kid on that ride was being peep quiet.
They were older.
Yeah, and not a single one was saying a noise.
This was like a kiddie ride to them.
And you hear what? Oh my gosh!
Megan, stop! Just stop! And then like I would catch a glimpse of him from on the barricade, and I was like, "It's okay, Wyatt. It's almost done. It's almost done."
He's
just
like, "No." But we also know him, and we knew it was like a little bit of dramatic work. Like he wasn't like truly scared, but he was playing it like he was terrified. I mean, being so loud, the whole island heard Wyatt on this ride. And finally, he did not lose his shoes.
No,
super impressed by that.
I do not know how the shoes stayed on.
I don't either.
Thank God they did.
He gets off. He comes running over. He said, "That was a terrible idea." He's like, "What?"
Said, but was it fun? He said, "No."
Almost died.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Can we go now?
And then we get going. He's like, "Man, I was super brave, wasn't I?"
Yeah.
Ride that ride. Like, that was awesome to me.
Yes,
Yes, it was. You did a really good job, Wyatt.
Oh my gosh. Then we rode the carousel, which was an odd experience.
It was the strangest experience ever.
It's a really odd experience.
The ride itself took about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean,
on a carousel.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just kept like letting people in. Like, it wasn't overly packed that day. So it's like there was like 3 of us on. And first off, we went over to that. He said, y'all come over here.
Well, we put the kids on.
Yeah, because we didn't buy a pass because we're obviously not riding.
Right, we didn't want to ride the rides.
Yeah.
And then we went to the other side, and he was like, y'all get in there and sit down. And I'm looking at Zach, I'm like, this is like a mini carousel.
Right, it's not a
full-size carousel.
Yes.
I don't want to ride the carousel. I didn't come here to ride a carousel.
Right.
I don't like rides.
And he put us, like, really far, like, on the other side of our kids.
Yeah, so the kids didn't even know we're on.
Which, no biggie. He's like, they don't need to have all the fun, too. And I'm like,
yeah,
I get you.
Like,
but now, it looks like we're 2 grown adults with no kids adults riding the carousel.
Yeah, this mini carousel.
And I'm like, I appreciate your thought. But now, like, everybody walking past us looks like we're 2 like creepos on the mini carousel with these 2 other kids on the other side that are our kids, but they don't know that. It was just like, okay, like we sat down on it, and so we're sitting there, right, like
close, very close, like
this, because that's the only way we can fit. Now, I don't mind being as close to my wife. I love it. I love being closer. It's a birthday. It was fine. Hot. It was warm. And then we're staring at all the people walking by, and they keep looking at us, and we're just kind of like, we don't.
Yeah,
we didn't want to be on this.
We didn't choose to be on this.
Yeah, we felt obligated to do it because he wanted us to. So we sit there, and and here comes more people, and he's like, "Yeah, come on in here."
Everybody's getting on the carousel.
I said, "That's fine," but we've already been on it for 10 minutes, not moving. We could have rode it like 3 or 4 times. So we're sitting there, and then this one guy has his kid on there. Well, he has family on the outside of the gate. They have a newborn, and he's convincing the newborn to come to him, who he is obviously not the daddy of, but probably uncle. And like that takes 15 minutes to get the newborn over to him. Like not even to convince her to ride. Yeah. Just to come to him. Yeah. So they finally figure that out. He gets on there. Baby starts losing it. Yeah. Because baby don't want to be on the carousel with this guy when daddy and mom is over there. Obviously. So then we have to pause because now daddy has to get on the carousel with uncle.
Which is a whole other event.
Meanwhile, all of this is happening on the other side of the mini carousel with our kids.
Can't even see our kids. Don't even know if they're still
We're still right here. Just her and I. So we're still sitting. We're like, because this was the last ride and we were going to eat. Like thinking this would be a quick one, an easy one. We'll be out of here. We'll go on over to Paula Deen's. And we're sitting there. Then next thing I know, I'm like, all right, dad's on. What are we waiting on? Well, here's a lady over here with her daughter, like losing it on which horse she's going to ride. Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay.
She ended up dragging the child off of the carousel.
Drags the child off the mini carousel out of the exit, which we were right beside the exit because that was the back door entrance. He let us in. And I'm like starting to get like slightly frustrated, but I'm like, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm like, Raylan White, you okay? Because now I'm just trying to like make sure that everybody knows we have kids on this carousel. Like we're not just sitting over here being 2 weirdo adults.
Mini carousel.
Yeah, I need to keep mentioning that. So they finally get off and we start moving. Yeah. Finally. After 30 minutes of us sitting on this thing, we start moving. I was like, thank you. We go around one time. The old man that was running the thing says, "Hey, get your camera." I don't know why he had such a fixation on that.
I don't know.
But he did.
It was just, the whole thing was
weird. He said, "Got your camera?" And Jen's like,
I'm like, what are you talking about?
He said, next time around, have it on your camera.
Like my phone. So I get my phone out and I'm like, okay, I think he's going to take pictures of our kids.
Right.
Because we can't see our kids.
Right. He put us on the other side.
We can no longer get pictures of our kids on the carousel because now we're on the carousel.
Yeah. Quick bag.
Like, okay, maybe he'll take pictures of our kids. This is weird.
Right.
So we go around.
Well, hang on, but quick backstory. Before we got on it, he told Wyatt and Raylan, he said, this is a fun ride, but if you get up, it will stop.
It will,
And so I thought he meant like he'll stop it.
Yeah.
All right, now go.
Yeah. So we get back around to where he is. I like awkwardly hand him my phone while the ride is spinning.
Yes.
He takes it, pushes stop.
No. He takes the camera. We continue to go around.
Do we?
Yeah. He catches on the next one. We're posing.
Yeah.
Like thinking he's just going to snap it on the way out.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And like you're
just a quick snap.
Yeah.
Quick photo.
No. He comes out in front of his thing, which I don't know if he hit the stop button or if like there's like a motion thing that like if you get up, it stops it. I don't know. Maybe he did just hit the stop button. We stopped moving. And I'm just like, we didn't ask for this. Like, we did not ask
to be like 50 pictures.
Yes.
One after the other.
People still don't know our kids are over there.
No,
like,
and now they're looking at us like, what are did they just get engaged?
Yeah.
Like, why are they getting their picture taken?
Why are they on a mini carousel?
What is going on?
Why is this old man taking a picture of the two adults on the kids' carousel?
I'm like squeezing his leg. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah. And I meanwhile just this is good. Like, did you get it? Did you get it? Can we go? So he takes one picture and then he backs up and he's like, no, I got to get the whole carousel. Yeah. I'm like, what? So did you get it? Okay. So he hands the phone back. Meanwhile, it took so long, they think the ride's over.
Yeah,
we got people getting up. Everybody's getting up,
getting off the ride. I don't even know where our kids are.
I don't either.
They're getting up, but they know that they're not supposed to get up until mommy and daddy gets them. I don't know if they did or not. Yeah. I look at Wyatt and I'm like, Wyatt, tell Raylan to sit still.
Yeah, she is.
And then the guy, he hollers at everyone. He's like, the ride ain't over, folks.
Yeah, sit down. What are y'all doing? And he looks at us and says, everybody in? We don't know. We don't know. We're beside you. We don't even see our kids. Hit the button.
We finished this horror ride, please.
He hits the button. We start moving again. He said, hopefully nobody's underneath of it.
I look at Zach and I'm like, what just happened? What just happened? I got my phone back.
Yeah. We go around 2 more times and it stops.
He did not take pictures of the kids, just us.
Just us.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess he thought we were just having a grand day out. I don't know.
So we get out of there. I look at the kids and said, was that fun? They go, no.
No.
I said, wasn't for us either. Let's go eat.
It's a really weird experience.
Oh my
goodness. That was
goodness.
the last ride we rode.
If he is watching here now, you were a joy and had quite the funny story. It was not bad. It was just interesting. But you were a pleasure and you were very kind.
And I'm glad we have that picture.
I am too. It turned out to be a great picture. 2 great pictures. 25 great pictures.
Oh, too funny. And then we went and ate at Paula Deen's, which was freaking amazing.
Yes.
Dream come true. It was so good. Hopefully, I know some of y'all have eaten there too. It was so good. We made the kids try everything.
Right.
So not like, we made it fun.
Right.
We got fried chicken, catfish, chicken and dumplings, and then a bunch of sides.
So the sides were collard green, because it's important. We got to tell all the details for this because it's the next story.
Right.
Collard greens, macaroni, cucumber, tomato salad, and broccoli casserole.
Yeah. So we told them, so everything was family style. So you get all the food. They didn't have a kids menu or anything like that.
Right. It's family style.
Yeah. So it was on family style. We got it. And we were like, okay, we're going to put little bitty bits on everybody's plate and we're all going to try it and see if we like it. Because the kids are really getting into like trying new foods and stuff. So we did, and it turned out that they liked most of it, not the mac and cheese.
Yeah, we told them, we're like,
which I didn't like the mac and cheese.
Yeah, we said this isn't going to be a situation where we're going to tell you to clean your plate.
No.
But we are going to put a bite of everything, and we just actually did. And, meanwhile, Wyatt thought he was going to die today. Right. So, like, he can take on the world. And I was like, I love this. Let's roll with it. So,
yeah. So it was really, really good, and they did well. They tried a lot of things. Wyatt ended up liking collard greens, fried chicken, tomato and cucumber salad. Raylan liked the tomato and cucumber salad too.
But it was like next level. Like Wyatt loves collard greens.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she made them when he gets back, like
he told me, he said make it the exact same way. So.
Yeah, and the cucumber salad, like he didn't even realize he had an onion.
Yeah.
He ate it and he's like, was that an onion? It was. He's like, it's really good. And I was like, I know, man, it's great. Yeah. Which that was one of our staples that we used to can a lot.
Yes.
So we need to get back on that train.
It was just a really good day. It was such a good experience. It was just the 4 of us, and the kids just, I don't know, they blossomed and they just had so much fun knowing that we can go there whenever we want to. And I don't know, it was just kind of like one of those perfect days where all the stars align, kind of thing.
So we normally go up to Cades Cove in Gatlinburg, but that's like a long trip. Like you need a day to take that all in. So we didn't go there, but we went to Roaring Fork.
Yes, Roaring Fork Motor Trail.
It's a much shorter, and it's just right outside Gatlinburg. You almost still feel like you're in town, but then you get out there and it's a lot better. So we went through that. That's where we got to see some of the cabins and all that good stuff. And it's like if you need a shorter trip, that's where you go. And it was beautiful. It was great. We loved it. And on the way back, like we love Dolly Parton. Like if you weren't aware, we love Dolly Parton, and we love the 2 movies, Coat of Many Colors, and what was the new one?
What's it called?
It was the second one.
Yeah,
the Christmas movies that she recently did with the singer Jennifer Nettles.
Yep.
Yeah. And so like
Dolly is my hero.
Yeah. And so we went to the Ogles cabin, which was cool on Roaring Fork, and like it was. Yeah. We've seen it a bunch of times, but it never like clicked. Like, is that in some relation to the Judy Ogle?
Yeah, it has to be.
That was best friends with Dolly, and still is. And so she got to searching. Like she knows everything about the Ogles now on the way back home.
The Ogles were the first William Ogle, which there's like 50 William Ogles, but the original William Ogle was the first settler in Gatlinburg. He founded it, and that was really, really cool on the Roaring Fork Motor Trail.
It's awesome.
I just went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. When you got time to kill, I mean, why not?
I love the Smokies. I love the history. I love the Gatlinburg. I love all of it. It's just, I don't know. It's fascinating. I wish that I had been in that time.
Right. The Hogan Homestead said Dolly's movie were filmed in my hometown, Covington, Georgia. That's very cool.
It's very rare that they're filmed where they're supposed to be.
Right. But yeah, I'm assuming
Circle of Love. That's what it's
Circle of Love. That's right. I'm assuming Covington, Georgia probably has a little piece of the Appalachian Mountains, and that's probably where they got it.
Yes, 2.5 acres. We have been to the Dixie Stampede. We actually went in July.
Yeah, for my birthday.
The kids loved it so much.
Mark said the Ogles are loaded. I guarantee it.
We haven't been to the one in Branson. We went to the one in Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were hoping to be able to get to see Mark while we were down there, but we got stuck in Roaring Fork.
Yeah.
And we weren't able to get out as quickly as we had hoped for.
Yeah.
Because it is a few hours to get back. It's still a day trip, but we don't have anybody to watch the animals. I'm like,
it's not a few, it's just a couple.
Yeah. Just a couple. But where we have the fallback time, like that really cuts our day trip a lot shorter because we have to get back here at a decent hour to where everybody else still eat.
Right.
So we were on the other side, and we couldn't go back through Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. We had to go through Cosby and Mark said I'm awesome. Yeah, we had to go back through Cosby and hit up Newport to go that way, which was the total opposite way of Mark, just to try to beat some traffic and get home. So
Flying Pig Preserve said Arm's family had an alpaca named Dolly after Dolly. That's cool. Yeah. I saw a title of the video, but we haven't.
Daggone cutest things in the world.
Hey, Naturally NC. We love Dixie Stampede. I used to go there as a kid, and then we took our kids for the first time, and they were just amazed. I'm like, every day I try to talk Braylon into being one of the dancers, the cowgirls.
Yeah. They loved it when we went. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah. In Dollywood, we've been talking to our fencing guy because they go to Gatlinburg like three to four times a month.
Yeah. I told him, I said, I fear that might be my situation too.
Yeah, exactly. But they had Dollywood season passes, and he was telling us that it's totally worth it. So we might do that next year.
Yeah, because we never go to Dollywood just because it's such a dedicated time.
Yeah.
And we usually never. When you're on a homesteader farm, it's hard to go for like a week.
Yeah.
So we always want to make sure that we have time for the strip, both strips,
Pigeon
Forge and Gatlinburg. And like, do we really want to put a whole day in Dollywood and not actually go to Gatlinburg?
Jed said he can watch animals when he gets here. It's super easy now.
Nice. It is super easy, isn't it, Jed?
Yeah, it's much more contained than it used to be.
And it's very quick. It just has to be done.
Right. Yeah, as we got closer and closer, I was getting nervous and like, just which we have the cameras, but you just never know. And I was just like hoping and praying all the animals were in their pens and where they were supposed to be, which we put the dogs up so that there was no chance of them escaping.
Which actually felt better. It's funny. Well, they're not complete strangers. We actually have gotten to know our fence guy very well, and we really appreciate him and like him. But Friday when they came, like they were here while we were in Gatlinburg, and I told her, I said, it's kind of nice because if something does go down, like with the animals, like he's going to call me.
Right.
He's not going to just like let things roll around. And it was
just, bodies here, which is really cool. They're awesome.
They are awesome. It's
I'm hoping we can maybe get him on video tomorrow or something.
Yeah, hopefully. I do talk about him. So he does Southeastern Kentucky. He does Tennessee. He will go Central Kentucky. Obviously, it has to be a little bit of a bigger job. Like like you said, I'm not going to go over for a $300 job.
I think he did something in Richmond the other day.
Yes, he does. He goes everywhere. So if you are needing any kind of fencing or something, he is an awesome dude, and it's much better. He's a small business owner. I mean, he owns the construction company.
So you're 100% supporting his family and his friends' families.
Absolutely, his family. And how he's hooked us up, and especially with the urgency, like he listened to our story, and he knew, he's like, all right, these guys need fence a little quicker than some of the others. So he actually pulled us up in his category or in his priority to get us done sooner.
Yeah.
Because if we just fell in there, it probably would have been a couple, a month or two. Once he got done. So that was really awesome. It's just, I love supporting small business. He's a great, great guy.
You want to link it? People are asking how they can get in touch with him. But yeah, somebody asked if he does some part in Tennessee. I'm not totally sure, but I know a lot. He said
he would go to Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
So we're in southeastern Kentucky. So it would, don't send him to Memphis. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, he would probably go, but I mean, you have to understand the price is going to be higher for him to have to go to Memphis.
But yeah, he's just awesome. His family's really cool. We haven't met them, but as much as we've heard, it sounds like we'll just maybe be friends and get along.
Right.
But fencing is hard. And, we did it at our old place. We did it ourselves. And it was fine, but it was hard. And like he said, we didn't stretch it. It was just kind of thrown together, which was okay. It worked. But this time we needed something more official. And
there you go.
Yeah, there you go. French's Construction. His name is Jody. And he's just a really nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's probably our age. I think.
Yeah, he's right around there.
Homestead Hard is trying to get a fence done now. They're in Georgia. I don't know how far he goes, but if you contact him, I'm sure he would give you an answer.
Let me tell you one thing. He ain't gonna tell you no.
Right.
Being a small business owner, you can't really turn down work. Right. But you have to understand, if you're far away, that requires him to travel. That requires hotel stays, stuff like that. So it might not work out, but I would at least give him a shot. But if you're definitely in this area, he'll hook you up.
Apparently, we got a thumbs down, and people are really upset about it. Thank you all. Y'all are so awesome. I just love it when y'all defend us and have our bags. It's just the greatest feeling.
It really is. I love it. Boo you, thumbs down.
Oh, y'all are awesome.
Yeah.
Somebody said to make Jed a moderator, which I don't see him anymore, but if he does comment, I will.
He would ever join the daggone live?
He's on now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I just told you. Remember, I said he was going to watch the animals when he got here. Thank you, Homestead Hopeful. We love our decorations.
Who would do thumbs down? Crazies.
You never know.
Yeah.
Awesome. Mayor's daughter said we're looking for property down your way. It's beautiful. We love it here.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
Good luck finding any property. Phew. Man, it is. I thought it was bad when we were looking. It is getting even worse.
Yeah.
In our entire.
There he is.
100-mile vicinity.
Let me see. Hopefully I can do it. And hopefully.
Okay.
There we go. Good.
Within 100-mile vicinity, at least with our criteria of a homestead, 0.
Yeah. Nothing. I mean, there's beautiful places to live, but not big enough for animals or gardening.
Right.
Gardening.
And then you can find something you're like, ooh, that has acreage. And then you look at it straight up mountain.
Yes. Or in our case, all the towns that we looked in that are between here and Tennessee where we went, they're beautiful. I mean, you can find something lovely, but we have 2 young kids and there was nothing for them to do. Not even a library, nothing.
Yeah. And that's something you really have to
think about that.
You really have to think about that if you have children. Even where we are is smaller, but there is stuff and we're close enough to things that if it was a Tuesday night and they did gymnastics, we could go to wherever it is.
Yeah.
These places, talk about really just pushing them away from you to move away once they get older. That would be some of the towns that we went into.
Yeah, exactly. But it's beautiful. I don't know. It's just a choice you have to make, especially with having kids. It's a whole different ballgame.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not much here.
Well, and actually when we drove through those towns, I even looked at her and I said, this would be perfect if you were wanting to 100% retire, live in the mountains and go off grid.
Yes.
Like if that's your goal, like those places are great. But it's not for a younger family that's, I mean, unless you just want to do that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. But we really want to keep the social piece with our kids going. And don't want to just block them from everything.
Mainly because they're homeschooled.
Right.
If they went to school, it would be different. We would need all the extra stuff.
Made me think of something funny.
But they're homeschooled, so we have to make up for that social aspect with different things. So if there's nothing to do, then they never see anyone. So that doesn't work.
And I can just imagine them,
Cindy.
Praying for the day they turn 18 and can just get out of there.
And we don't want that.
Right. We want them to want to be home, but also pursue other things, but have good memories of their childhood and not just us keeping them crammed into a room. But talking about school made me think of something super funny on the way there. So on the way there, we see a sign that says school zone. And I'm looking around, I'm like, all I see is mountain and trees. Like where?
On top of, on the tip top of Clinch Mountain. Yeah. And there's a yellow sign, school zone.
I just start looking. I'm like, where could the school be?
Like, I tell him, I'm like, these school buses must have some hella motors in them. Yeah. Because our truck's barely making it. We've got a Hemi.
Right. And what was funny was the lights were flashing.
Yeah.
Like we're letting out school. And I'm like, we're the only vehicle on the road. Like, I don't even see a bus. That's like, it is tucked into some holler somewhere, I guess. Follow the speed limit.
Oh my gosh. We ended up seeing a school, but it was way far away.
Yeah. Like
oh my gosh.
20 minutes away from that school zone sign.
Right. It was wearing camo. That mountain was no joke though.
Yeah.
So we set off on our journey, and the kids are used to the interstate because we lived right off of the interstate at our old house. So everywhere we go is straight roads, 70 miles an hour. You just get where you're going. So we set off for Gatlinburg, and we just start doing this.
Yeah.
Wyatt has always been one to get car sick. I didn't even think about it. I didn't bring extra clothes. I didn't think about it. I didn't think it was going to be an issue. I didn't really truly know what way we were going. I just thought it was going to be a normal route. So by the time we're halfway up to Clinch Mountain, I hear Wyatt in the back.
I said, don't do it. I'm going to do it. Don't do it. I'm going to do it.
So he starts coughing. And I'm like,
how they do that? Like,
yeah. And they'll say my throat hurts or my neck hurts. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. So I tell Zach, I'm like, I can't look. I said, turn around and look at him.
I said, I can't, I'm driving. I can't do this.
I said, is he green? Because if he's green, then there's no chance of surviving this. He's going to come out and he's going to vomit all over this truck. I have no extra clothes. All I have is a bag from the gas station. So I just throw it back.
Throw it back there.
Because I'm putting my window down. He gags. I'm gagging. I can't handle it.
I'm trying to keep my eyes on my.
I can't. I'm like, if he does it, we're on top of this mountain. We're going over the side. It's over. I cannot handle it when kids throw up in the car.
Meanwhile, right. Look at this cute kitty.
Yeah. There has been too many times when these kids were little and they, Wyatt or Raylan still has the 5-point harness. When they throw up on those car seats, the harnesses, you will never get it out. I don't care what you do because, they have fireproof material on them. You can wipe it as much as you want to, but the vomit smell never truly comes out of those car seats.
Kind of like my garage with Rico.
Yes. So I'm like, I cannot. If he throws up in this truck, I can't do it. I'm past that stage of my life. My kids are 7 and 5. I cannot do the throw up because I actually had to clean dog poop or throw up, but probably both, out of the floor the morning that we left. Meanwhile, he just I can't do it.
I can do it. Y'all, I can butcher chickens.
So,
I can do some super nasty stuff. I can do it all. Something about dog puke and feces are bad.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's warm.
It is warm.
It's squishy. Yeah. It's something bad. It's in my head. As I'm approaching it, I about lose my cookies. Immediately, I'm like, I cannot do it when it comes to dogs. That's the only thing I ask you to do is the dog stuff.
Gosh. So the last time one of our kids threw up in the car was when we were in Frankfort. Raylan got a stomach virus. I saw her get green at the library. I know. I can see it on my kids' faces. When they turn that shade of green, there's no saving it. So I run her out of the library, throw the kids in the car, and I'm like trying to beat it home because I know it's coming. She vomits all over herself, all over her car seat, all over my car. Wyatt's putting his face. He rolls his window down. He's putting his face out the window. He's not going to do it.
I wasn't here on this trip. Thank goodness.
I'm sticking my face out of the window, just trying to breathe. Meanwhile, I'm trying to console Raylan because she's like vomiting.
Right, she's sick. Like she does not feel good.
But I can't stop the car. I've got to get home. I call Zach and I'm like, "You better be ready. Turn the shower on.
What?
Get the trash bags." Like,
so y'all supposed to just go to the library. What happened?
Yeah. So as we're going up this mountain and I hear Wyatt gag, I just know I can't not do it again. I can't. I don't have extra clothes. I can't. I'm not here for it. I'm physically cannot. So I just throw him the bag, put my window down. You put his window down.
Mm-hmm. He
stuck his face out, and I said, "Put your tablet down. Just look out the window. Pray to Jesus. I'm praying. Everybody in this car is praying." And he felt the air, and he said, "Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice." I'm like, "Are you good?" I tell Zach, I'm like, "Is he green?" He's like, "No, he's not green. He's just a little white." I'm like, "Okay, white's better than green." We're gonna make it. Everyone's gonna be okay. I tell White, I said, "Just shut your eyes for the rest of the trip, and I'll tell you when we're there." I can't.
So I've seen back there. All right, here's the overdramatics again.
He said, "Where are we going?" I said, "We're going to Gatlinburg." He said, "Well, this isn't the way," and I'm like, "I know it's a new way." Next time we go to the interstate, add an extra 30 miles because I can't with the vomits. We made it though. Somehow nobody threw up.
Yeah.
And then on the way home, I was like, just waiting for it to happen. But it didn't because it was dark. And I think if he can't see if it's dark, then everything's okay.
Well, and so
next time we get the medicine.
Well, I don't even know if we need the medicine. Half of that, I ain't gonna lie. Part of that was on me. Because I was also very curious of my surroundings, and like there was nobody.
This is that. Did you see that? You see that, Calvin? They need to redo that barn. They need to put a new roof on that barn. I'm not trying to say anything, but they need. He's just looking out the window driving up. Focus.
Meanwhile, the road's like this. But it was my first time ever being there, so I was curious, and I'm always driving. Like I'm always driving. I never get to look, so I blame the trip down on me because on the way back it was much smoother, but it was dark. Like I didn't have anything to look at. Just the
he's
road,
always looking behind him or to the side of him. He's like, "You see that road? You see that out?
You think that's real wood over?"
I'm like, "Can we stop fidgeting and just focus on the road?"
Cindy, I don't know in the live.
Oh, I don't. You said you did.
I think I did.
Okay.
I did change it because like it auto populates, and I'm pretty sure I changed it. But if it says Frankfort, that is incorrect. North Star, I think she might have it. If someone could just post our new P.O. Box number.
It's P.O. Box 1537, Barberville, Kentucky, 40906.
1537. Y'all know how hard it is to try to memorize all these numbers?
Did. Awesome.
Sweet.
It still says Frankfurt one. It says, well, daggone.
Dang. I don't know why it's done that. Okay, it's not the Frank one. If you see the Frank one, that's not right.
Yes.
It's
forwarded though. So if you do send it to Frankfurt, it will forward.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's what it's supposed to do. I don't have full proof of that happening yet. But
well, Jed, so he just commented. We actually did give him the key to the old Frankfurt one because we've kept it open. We didn't want to like linger in and like be sent back to people if they sent anything there. Yeah. So Jed actually got anything that was hanging out in Frankfurt. So Jed, you coming down soon?
Yeah.
First off, thank you, Jed, for doing that. But yeah, so if you had sent something there, it has been received by Jed, and it will be to us soon. So thank you all.
Hey, Kenneth from Massachusetts. You know what I just thought?
What?
We need to call the kids down and tell them to.
No. Mom, if y'all are still on, tell them to throw their emojis on now. They're free to do so.
That was my immediate thought.
I know.
Like, it's time to call the kids down.
Call the kids down.
It's so weird without them here. I'll be back tomorrow, though. I'll get back to normal. I miss my babies. It's so weird, but I miss them.
But we've had a really good time together.
Mm-hmm. It's just been nice 24/7. And it feels like that time we lived in North Carolina and they went to our parents for a week. I cried for 3 days. I was like, this is going to be the greatest week ever. Like, I can go to the library. I can read books. Zach was at work, like actually at work.
Yeah.
It's like, I can do all the things. I can explore the town.
Right.
And the moment they left the driveway and I had to clean up their toys, I cried for 3 days and I could not handle
There
it.
they are.
By the time I stopped crying, it was time to go pick them up.
So everybody on here, I told my mom, and we just said, well, I said it's their time. So you're probably going to get some emojis.
Yay,
so
emojis.
This is your virtual way of telling them
Their
hi.
time to
You
shine.
don't see them in the face.
Yes, because if you're new, they always come on at the end and say hello and good night.
Yep, so we say the last couple minutes for emoji.
Love you both.
Emoji time.
Awesome. Well, it was so fun talking to y'all tonight.
Yes, it was.
And hanging out. It's our favorite part of the week. Thank you to the moderators and everyone that was here. It's just been a really fun time. Thank you for always sharing this journey with us. And
absolutely.
Laughing at us with us.
With us, I think more, a little bit at us, but mainly with us.
I don't blame you for laughing at us. I don't know how our life always gets entangled with these events, but it does.
And it's so funny. We didn't even think we had a story tonight.
Right.
And then here we go.
Yeah.
Like 3 of them. I mean, I had honestly forgot about the carousel. I think I just blocked it from my memory until we got done. I was like, oh, that's right. Awesome. That was interesting. All right, y'all. Definitely check out our moderators if you're looking for some new channels. Yes. Be ready for the video tomorrow. It's just me.
Did you finish it? I didn't get to be in it.
Don't even. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Well,
no, you're in the beginning. Oh, we didn't even talk about the table and hutch. You'll see that in the video tomorrow. Very cool pieces.
I'm in the beginning.
You're in the beginning. Somebody was watching TV.
I love y'all.
Until the next one.
See you tomorrow on the video.
Bye. No kids to say bye.